Hello everyone, welcome then. This is really going to be a complete mess, isn't it? Anyway, hello. Hello Dominic, hello everyone, hello, welcome. How are we all doing today? Hello Hayden, hello BNR, hello. Thank you for whoever disliked, we do appreciate it. And we shall be soon starting, and by soon I mean very, very soon. 121 subscribers, you lot are amazing. Anyway, we're a scare where Ruben may not have made it today, but we had it last week as well. I told him he was having a son. He was having a son, and here we are. It's going to be an exciting one in practice. We've seen Brian get some quicker times. Last night he was not very quick at all in Div 2 with the limited amount of practice he had. Ended up finishing 10th. 13 drivers here today, no OTBC Can-Am. They're not the strongest team right now when it comes to replacements. They've been struggling a lot. And I think we may be in for probably the best race of the season. I think it's going to be a close one. That's what I'm predicting. I think we're going to see a surprise podium. Casey, we saw him get a podium. Casey got a podium yesterday, second on the podium. He got it in Div 2. He's now finding his rhythm. He's got blistering pace today. Vaslincock, he's back in his Audi, which he's seen hit this tracking into Lagos, which is the final round, which is next week. These are the two tracks he feels comfortable in the Audi. He's not really not like the Audi. He was in the Porsche yesterday, did solid there, hit the best sort of the season for him, which was a 6th place at the line, which equaled his best actually. He's looking to improve on that. Tim, he had really good pace yesterday, ended up getting 5th. And a drag race at the line with Vaslincock. He's the one that's got pace. DJ, JD, they're always quick. Expect something from them. Dino maybe as well. Bobby, he got third with a brilliant podium. Philo, he's the closest anyone's ever been to Devil. He nearly won yesterday. Led a lot of the race. Nearly had it. Remember last season, Devil and Ruben went at it here. Devil nearly beat Ruben on that day. Kreutzer's back. Noah Saka. DJ's in. He's quick. Brian, he's looking good in practice. Set a 20.5 last time I checked. Ruben, he's always quick. anyone, I think, can win. Ento, may as well mention him whilst we're out as well. He's always on it. Red Bull Ring was a good race. Nearly ready to go. Quali's going to be a tough one. I think I would love to see people like Mamba Strike, Crowhawk, v Macaulay, v COC lot here. That would be interesting. Maybe next season though, they'll be here. Vaseline Cock is ready, and we are ready to go then. 13 out of the 14 drivers line up on the grid today then. And the penultimate qualifying session of Season 2 for Division 1 is about to get underway. And will it be a clean getaway? Everyone's leaving the pit boxes at Laguna Seca van. So far so good. There you just saw the Shadime Racing. There was JD and Philo. There's the SUVs leaving the pit lane. Here's Ruben. Ruben's out early. It's a short track. There's Ento. I think Ento is the last out of the pits. Well, everyone out of the pits nicely, it seems. It's a short track. Quality of these short tracks is quite amazing because you see people pounding for laps. These longer tracks for the GT cars, people pounding the lap. You don't see people pounding the laps as much, but here you're seeing it. Tracks like this, Brands Hatch, we saw at Red Bull Ring, the really short tracks, even in a GT3 car, you can just pound out for laps really quick. We haven't seen much racing at Laguna Seca. We only had last round, which there's normally a bit more of a build, a bit more of excitement. We normally have Div 3. Div 3 wasn't here. Div 3 got postponed. That'll be at the end of the season of the Div 2 race at Maggiore. And they're probably going to be two good tracks as well, where the season might come down to it, where the title might be decided. Speaking of the title, we'll have a look at that in a minute. There's Brian into pits. That's why Brian hits the front early. He went to do a one stop yesterday, really didn't work, took those soft. This is the highest tyre deg track, and he took those softs 32 minutes. They were nearly all red. There's Tim also in the pits. It's really not good. It really takes, you know, a while. But anyway, Div 2 standings. There's 36 points up for grabs. And let's have a look at this then. Unless the standings have been done wrong, and I've just not paid attention. Well, how are these old? These are not old. No one even noticed this. Anyway, we're not going to talk about how Ruben has secured the Div 1 title. Unless it was an older version that I was looking at yesterday, last week. Online quality circling up towards the final turn, but yeah, Ruben is the champion, as I've just checked it out and blindly missed last week, unless I did say something. But anyway, Ruben Div 1 champion. There we go. Out towards the line, the benchmark lap time then. Online Kreutzer, heats up to 121.8, that's not bad, but DJ 121 flat. Devil goes top straight away, a 120.4. Bobby, he goes second with a 120.8. JD, that's a 123.8, that's not a quick lap for him. Casey got a podium yesterday. There's a nice camo livery. You can barely see it though. 121 flat. Vassal will go fifth with 121.2. Ento for SVV. He's next up to the line. Round the final turn, the number 3 Mercedes. Very cautious, not brisking it too much, but he does seem to keep it straight. Doesn't see too much oversteer towards the line. He goes 6th, it's a 121.3. Tim, he's on an outlap. Ruben, he's having a slow one. I think Ruben's just trying to burn as much fuel as he can. He's on medium, so maybe does Ruben feel like you're going to be quicker on the mediums of the tyre deg? Philo's on mediums as well, so he'll be in this lap. I think Philo's trying to burn some fuel, doing what Ruben does. Dino, he starts his first flying lap. So he's one of the people that will be starting on mediums as well. Dino then coming through turn 3. Very shaky into the pits then Devil. Provisional pole man by 35 hundredths. 3 tenths. There's Bobby setting another lap. He does improve on 120.7. He's going to pits. This is the benefit of the short quali laps. Of the short lap times. It's literally 120 seconds into a minute 20. So it's the shortest track we have on the calendar. You can pump out more, but then the tide deck's also quite high. Brian on 121.3. He will improve by a good 4 seconds, so he's not at the quickest of laps. Vaseline Cock going through turn 2. In the switching with his old team boss, enter into the pits. Online Kreutz has taken an adventure at turn 5. As DJ's teammate just about avoids him. Tim, he will go 8th with a 121.5. Dino Rod up towards the line for the ART driver. He will go 10th with 122.2. Not the cleanest of laps from him, I must say. JD's on an outlap, so he would have boxed earlier. Philo's on an outlap, so he went on to his offset to burn some fuel. And I think Ruben will be doing the same. 4 minutes left. We're going to want to get some quali laps in. And the 2 fastest guys, it was Phil on pole last time. But who will have it this time? We've seen 3 pole sitters this round so far. One of the pole sitters is on provisional pole, Bobby. He will be into the pits then. DJ's also into the pits. Casey currently 4th, Vaseline Cock 5th. Braun from them so far. Both of them have been on fire recently. They had a slow start, now finding their foot, and we've seen some good battles with them over recent times. Into the pits then comes Vaseline Cock. What's he doing? He had a bit of a cool down lap and he'll be going on for another flying lap. He's not taking fresh tyres, which could be his undoing. He could have gone in, take some fresh rubber, and it would have been good to the end. Tim's coming around the final turn. Will he be improving? He needs to find, he's currently 8th, so the top 8 is good up towards the line. He won't be improving. 420 down. Oi, oi. There's some chaos up towards turn number 4. Watch out, turn number 4 and turn number 6. We've seen a lot of people die. There's Dino improving with 121.9, but he will stay 10th. Seen a lot of accidents at turn number 4 where Kreutz has just happened. A notable one, UMF Maisto, the championship leader, could have really hampered his championship standings. The gap between himself and Mamstrike closed down as he hit the curb at turn 3, just like Online Kreutz has done there. Sorry, at turn 4. That sausage curbing, he hits it, he spins, he got engine damage, was able to scrape away 2 points, finished 8th, got 1 for 8th and 1 for fastest lap. Turn number 6 as well, it's so easy to make mistakes here and expect a lot of people running wide, a lot of people making mistakes. This is why it's going to be an interesting race. Philo, he's currently going purple as he'll be coming up towards the line. There's Devil just behind him as well. Devil will be getting a tow if he's going faster. And Devil tucking behind the guy that's currently going fastest. That's good, up towards the line. Philo, he'll go 3rd. Devil, he won't improve. There's Brian improving into 3rd. A brilliant lap there by the Estonian. Casey, he's coming through the corkscrew. DJ just come up towards the line. JD will improve, but he'll stay outside the top 8. Casey, so far improving. It's a solid exit from turn 10 for the Brit up towards the final turn. There'll be 2 more laps in it for everyone. Dino is Casey's teammate up towards the line. Will he improve? He will. He will go 11th. Casey up towards the line. He improves into 5th. He'll knock DJ down. Vaseline Cock's getting some fresh tyres on and he'll be out and he will have 1 more lap to go. So he's got 1 lap to get some heat to his tyres. V-Stop will have 2 more flying laps. Devil, his best still, a 120.4. And as his tyres improved, that's Ento improving into 4th, knocking Philo down at 120.8. And how close is this? Top 9 all within near enough a second of each other. But if you look at these gaps, not much. DJ and Casey, 77 milliseconds. 700s. Philo, 7 milliseconds to Casey. Casey always finding these tight gaps, and if he just finds a tiny bit of time, that'll be him improving. And behind his teammate, the dirty air doesn't help. But best time there, Ruben. He will now be starting his final flying lap up towards the line. Philo, he will improve into 3rd at 120.7. Oh, that's Vaseline Cock off. That's going to really hamper him. He's off. JD improves into third. It's a German 1, 2, 3. Here's some pace we've not seen. Bobby trying to burn some fuel, let all the faster cars through. There's Casey and Dino. Dino's currently 11th. Tim, he will improve, but he will stay 10th. Dino up towards the line. Will he be improving? Yes, he does. He'll go 10th. Casey improves the provisional pole! Casey goes to the top. It's a 120.3. Where's that come from? Casey, you madman! Ruben's going purple, though. He's got one more flying lap to go. Or has he? Has he got confidence he'll be able to make it round one more time? He's burning his fuel. He's got 20 seconds to the line. He's going to have to put his foot down. Vaslincock as well. He's started his lap. He'll have enough time. Now, has Ruben got enough time? I think he will. It's going to be a close one, I must say. Oh, Will... He's got the championship. Maybe he's worked out he's got the championship. He just wants to start from the back. But the clock's going to go. Checkered flag is out. Ruben starts at the back. Ruben's at the back, so he will not have another go. Devil around the final turn. Philo goes top with a 120.1. These laps coming down quick and fast. Devil's looking to improve as well. He won't improve though. Devil will stay down for the order. DJ won't improve. JD, he's just started his final lap. Bobby's improving as well. Where's Casey? Casey's coming through the final sector now. He's never started on the front row of the grid, but right now he's looking like he might be doing it. Can he improve? Find these 210s? I don't think he will. It's slow through the final turn, but the best he will do is second, and this may be his best quali position ever. So far, that is anyway. DJ, he's done. Philo's done. Bobby goes third. Philo currently top though. Bobby's done. Who's on a lap? JD. No, JD's done. Brian's out. Vassel's coming around the final turn. Will Vassel improve? He's got to find a second. Solid exit from the final turn up towards the line. Will he find the time? Vaslincock. He will stay 9th. How close is that for a quali session then? Philo on pole, Casey second, Bobby third, Devil fourth, and Ruben will start from the back at Laguna Seca. And he's starting on the mediums. Well, what a quali session that was then from Laguna Seca. I've got quite a mixed up grid. Vaslincock, Dino, Tim Fort, they would be up there. They're currently down 9th, 10th and 11th. It's going to be interesting following them up. Unlike Chrysler 12th and Ruben. Well, maybe he wanted a bit of a challenge. I didn't think he would have enough time to get there. He will start from the back. It doesn't matter. He does actually mathematically have the title in the bag. But he's got a 100% win record, and is that better than the title keeping for... I think he's won 11 from 11 races. He's won all of his races, 11 or 12. But it's Philo on pole then at Laguna Seca for the second time in a row, followed by Casey, who's on fire this weekend. He starts second. He's at a practice race as well yesterday where he got a podium. Bobby's third. He's had a brilliant run. 45 teams in the top 5. The Shadime, ART, BNR, NDC, and MSW. JD's down in 6th, Brian 7th, Ento 8th. The SVV's really not had a good session, but they are the champions. They have both titles, but it's just bragging rights. Ruben, he wants a challenge now, starting at the back, on pole then for the second time in a row here. Back-to-back races on pole. Philo is on pole, followed by Casey, and then Bobby and Devil on row 2. JD and DJ make up an all-German row 3 with a mouthful to say. Brian and Ento. Brian's looking for a good performance after yesterday's shambles. Lights are on. We're about ready to go racing here at Laguna Seca. And we are go at Laguna Seca. There's a lot of wheel spin up ahead. It's a terrible start there by Casey. It's counter for it. Bobby's round. JD's in the barrier. And that's one of the Motorsport West that's round as well. I think that was online Chrysler who's got caught. It's chaos as we go down towards turn 1 then at Laguna Seca. Casey's trying to make a move for the lead. As he comes round turn 1's not quite close enough. Ento's off in 4th. DJ's falling down 5th. He's going to have the inside line as we come up towards turn number 3. Casey, him and Devil are going side by side, and Philo will lead through the first sector. Vaslincock's got himself up 5th as he's the master of the starts. 3 wide going through turn number 4. Who's going to come out on top? Everyone's barging away. Vaslincock up into 5th and is going to drag race all the way down towards turn number 5. Brian's down into 8th. Tim's far off the back then. down in 9th. Up the inside goes Online Kreutzer. He's not able to hold on though. And Vasenkok up in 5th. Casey, he's going to be under pressure from Devil as to come up towards the deadly turn number 16. A lot of people get caught off guard here yesterday. But down at the back, what happened there? Ruben's already up to 10th. Bobby has got damage. JD's got damage. Dino that was caught out and he's got damage as well. That was chaos at the start, and I think that might have been caused by Casey. You heard a lot of wheel spin going on. There's Vasenkok and Online Kreutzer going on. There's a brutal stop on Online Kreutzer. He started 12th and he's up into 6th. And he's battling with the Dutchman. What an end of lap 1, and Casey leads! Casey and Philo going at it. Philo was a bit of a mistake going in towards going into the final turn, and Devil's going to be up in 2nd as well, as everyone piles down the order up towards the first 2 turns then. Devil then leads. Casey's going to have the inside line. Bit of bump drafting going on as Philo going up for a late move. Casey's going to have the inside line through turn number 2. He's pushed onto the curve. Devil's trying to find his way back through to the lead. Who's off in the background? Who was that off into the back? Someone just went flying off into the background. And was it Bobby? No, it wasn't Bobby. Who went off into the background there? I didn't see. It was a green car. I just couldn't see. Philo's trying to find his way back up to 2nd, but Casey's really battling with him for the final podium spots. And look at this, Motorsport West, 4th and 5th. Ento's up in 6th. Vasenkok's fallen down to 7th. Brian 8th. Ruben's already up into 9th. He's chasing down his group and he's 3 seconds. Look at what separates the top 4. Bobby with his damage. Top 10 separated by 4 seconds. Tim's up there as well. He's also got damage, but I think that crash at the start of the race was caused. Casey had a bit of wheel spin, and then everyone, there's not much space there on the grid. Casey's now fallen down to 4th as everyone starts to find their positioning. Online Kreutzer, good start from him, 12th to 5th. That's a late move by Vasenkok. He tried to find his way through on Ento. Ento wide on the grass, but there's no contact. Onto the dirt, we should say. Vasenkok round the outside. That's just a mistake by Ento, but Ento will force Vasenkok off a bit there. Didn't leave much room for him, but Vasenkok will have to tuck down into the back. There's a bit of ping issues going on for everyone, it seems. Devil puts a 1.3 second lead as DJ trying to find his way up into 2nd here. And I said we might be in for a surprise podium. Right now, it's a surprise race and everything's going on. Casey, DJ, Philo, DJ and Philo going at it. Casey trying to find his way back through. But Devil, we're going back to the old Devil. He's not won. Devil has not won since Brands Hatch. Devil only has 3 wins under his name, but he does have a championship. He's not won since Brands Hatch in Season 1. Right now, he's got a 2-second lead at the front, whilst everyone else, Felix down to 4th, Casey's up in 3rd, and the battle for the podium is going to really heat up. Look at the Motorsport West, they're really struggling this season, but they're currently up there. That's Philo getting pushed wide a bit, and Brian and Vasenkok, they're also there, as Ruben's going to go past Brian. It's not every day you're seeing this. It's normally Ruben lapping Brian, but Ruben on track pass, as everyone piles through the corkscrew then for the 3rd time this race. Bobby, he's still holding on despite that damage, and if he can hold on to the pit stop, he'll be doing well. Don't know if we might be seeing any people try a free stop here. That will be interesting, but Philo, Casey going out towards the final turn. That's Bobby going wide off. That's the damage there, what's causing him the lack of grip. I think that's Online Kreutzer looking for a move on to Ento as we come down the back straight. He's going to get a bit of a tow off of Casey as they pile down towards turn number 2. The little kink at turn 1, then their first heavy braking zone, hairpin brought overtaking spot at turn number 2. Which Vasenkok's going to look for a late move. The master of the late move so far. That's Online Kreutzer as well, looking for a move onto Casey further back. And Casey will just about hold on around the outside, and this might invite Ento as well. Ento eyeing up through turn number 3, up towards turn number 4. Are we going to see any lunges? There's Vasenkok getting all out of shape as well. His ping issues causing him problems, but right now, look at everyone piling through turn number 4. Ruben, Bobby, Brian, Bobby. I think that Brian's made a mistake and Bobby's through, and we still haven't had enough time to check who's on what tyre. DJ, Philo, Casey, Ruben, Ento, Kreutzer, Vasenkok as well. There's Ruben in 8th. Vasenkok's a bit of a late move, and Vasenkok, that's a brilliant move, and he's going to get 2 in 1 down at turn number 6. Vasenkok 7th to 5th in 1 turn up towards the final turn, but then Online Kreutzer will get his way back through as he lags through Vasenkok. His ping issues really causing him problems, but he'll hold into 5th through corkscrew. That must be scary for them with Vasenkok's lag. Ento's trying to find his way through up in towards 6th, and it's absolute chaos right now. And Ruben is in 9th, and the pace of everyone so far is insane. Looking through the tyres then. Devil on softs for DJ, mediums for Philo. Philo likes starting on the mediums, and he's currently in a really good place on the mediums. Let's see if he can work up something and get a win here. Softs for Casey, softs for Vaslinkock, softs for Kreuzer, softs for Entos. Entos eyeing up a move into online Kreuzer down towards turn number 2. Late on the brakes, bit of contact, but he will find his way through. Bobby's got damage, but he's on the softs. Ruben's on mediums, Brian's on mediums, Tim mediums, Dino mediums, and JD's on the softs while starting on mediums, I believe. So JD, both tyres, he's used both sets of tyres already. So let's get that going. JD used both sets of tyres, and it's utter chaos right now. As everyone starts to thin out a bit, the chaos has gone, but with a high deck track, all this sort of aggression, Ruben's getting through onto online Kreuzer. As he's fallen down the order, as he got picked up damage somewhere? No, but Ruben versus online Kreuzer down at the corkscrew. Ruben will have that move come to bid on, but online Kreuzer's still going to fight it. Almost had him there. I think there was a bit of contact at the rear, but he'll hold on. Battle for 6th. Ento versus Bobby. Maybe Ento's trying to hold up Bobby to get Ruben up there a bit. As they come up towards the end of lap number 5. Only 5 laps in, but like I was just saying, all of this chaos, everyone battling it out here. This is a really high deck track. This is the worst track on tyres. This is why a free stop may actually work. You might want to prioritise the mediums as well. If you think of the pace on them, Philo's currently showing good pace. He could prioritise having the mediums, and then, come the end of the stint, he'll have a lot more grip than the soft runners, which might allow him to bridge a bit of a gap and close down Devil, who's starting on the softs. We saw that yesterday in Div 2, where the softs only last about 15 minutes here, whilst the mediums will last potential 25 minutes. So there's chances for stuff like that to work. Casey took into the back of Philo, though he's in 4th, but people to look out for, Philo and Ruben, they're on the mediums, they're getting this done earlier, and if they can manage their tyres nicely, we know how well Ruben can manage tyres, but if Philo can manage his tyres well, we could be seeing both of them making grounds on everyone's on their softs. Philo's having good pace on these mediums in 3rd, so him on the softs, that's Casey making a bit of a mistake at turn number 9. But Philo on the softs could definitely close down the gap. He's got a 5-second gap to Devil. Devil's currently in no man's land, he's pulling away. You see the train here though, DJ's in 2nd, he's doing really well. Philo, Casey, there's Vaslinkock in 5th. He might be able to spring a surprise. And like I said yesterday, just because people are showing pace now though, things will change. People will make crashes. We've already seen Ruben start at the back of the grid. Things will change. Why? Because Laguna Seca will catch a lot of people out. Turn 3, turn 6 for corkscrew. They will hurt people. Ruben behind Bobby. Bobby's in 7th and Bobby's got damage as well. The first 9 minutes here at Laguna Seca and it's already one of the best races of the season. We've had that grid crash. Brian's in 9th. If he tries to one-stop again, well, he's really going to be... He's going to be very sorry he even bothered trying that yesterday. Tim, he got 5th yesterday in Div 2, trying to nurse his damage the best he can. He's currently down 11th and pretty much out of it. Dino, he finally broke, went into the pits and didn't take any tyres or anything. So, Dino also has pitted, but he didn't take any fresh rubber, he didn't take fuel, didn't bother changing his strategy, just wanted the damage gone, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. There's the very hungry Caterpillar on Philo's car, a tribute to the writer who sadly passed away this week as Philo's drifting through those mediums, really struggling the blistering Californian heat here at Laguna Seca. And here's Bobby in an SVV sandwich. Bobby with quite possibly the best strategy we've seen this season, other than probably PX4's one-stop. A one-stop at the Red Bull Ring. Pretty insane. Say the fuel, probably the track with the highest fuel burnout. A one-stop there is insane, but a one-stop here to work isn't really going to happen. A one-stop with the tyres that you've got. But Bobby's pace right now is setting 121s. He's got pretty bad damage as well, but he's still sitting mid-21s. So imagine if he didn't have that damage, he'd be up there fighting, he'd be in this little battle here. Vaslinkock's in slipstream range. Everyone is in slipstream range from 2nd. DJ Philo's just falling out of slipstream range a bit here, but Casey's in slipstream range. Vaslinkock all the way down to Bobby, 3rd to 8th, all within slipstream range of each other. Devil's got a 3.5 second gap. DJ's around about in slipstream range, but now here's where we need to start looking at the fuel people on, because time can be gained in the stops. The first things quite often can be very close, but not necessarily this close. The fuel that people will use and the fuel that people take, it's a gamble. You don't necessarily want a full tank it if you have enough fuel in the car. But Devil, he's got clean air. He's not able to sit back and fuel save 21, but he's still got decent amounts of fuel. But I think people are definitely not trying to fuel save. They're definitely trying to stick to that 3 stop. Or stick to that 2 stop every 20 minutes. Filo's got a good amount of fuel. Casey as well. Vaseline Cock, his fuel's looking alright. Ento's fuel's looking good. Now Ruben's fuel. That's quite insane. Ruben and Ento looking really strong on fuel. Brian, Online Kreuzer, their fuel not necessarily so much. Bobby then into the pits, finally gets rid of his damage. He started on the softs. So Bobby, he's very shaky on the cold tyres, trying to get some heat into them. He finally gets off his damages. He's not gaining anything really remotely what he would like at this point. He's just hurting him more than it's gaining for him. Devil extends his lead a bit more, and so far he's doing maybe what a bit of a Mama Strike's doing. DJ, Philo's closing in that gap, and this is what I mean by these mediums, tyre life, they're a lot better. Come to the end, we're approaching around about 15 minutes. Philo's definitely now going to start cutting down on that gap to Casey, or he's going to cut down on the gap onto DJ. Maybe he's going to close down the gap as well to Devil. Devil's tyres right now looking quite hurt. DJ's are hurt, but look at Philo's. Not losing grip. And that's maybe where I've seen Bobby go earlier. Maybe Bobby is going to try and go to a 1-stop. Vaseline Cock, his tyres aren't doing well. Sorry, I mean a 3-stop, not a 1-stop. Vaseline Cock and his tyres, he might be someone who could maybe benefit with a 3-stop. It all depends on the time you lose in the pits. As the pit lane timer extended, so the more pit stops ain't the best. But 1-stop definitely not possible here at Laguna Seca. Into the pits then comes Philo. Now this might be an interesting one. He's going early, and this is what we saw him do at the Red Bull Ring last time. But this time, Ruben is actually into 4th now. Now is Bobby going to try and maybe 1-stop him? That'll be interesting. Sorry, 3-stop. I keep wanting to say 1-stop. No, 3-stop. That's what I thought last time we did, but it's going to be interesting. Philo comes out in 10th. There's a yellow flag up ahead. Who's that? Brian's going slowly. I think Brian's maybe had a mistake. Let's have a look. Yes, there's where the yellow flag's for. Brian becomes a victim at turn number 4. Philo, he's onto the softs. He's got a bit of traffic with Tim and Brian ahead. Now if he's trying to go, he's got to clear these lot quickly as well. Hopefully these lot will realise this isn't their battle and they'll maybe back off a bit. But Philo can't lose too much time behind these back markers. Tim's got damage as well, so Tim into the pits then. Brian into the pits as well. And that's quite easy for Philo as he goes deep. Ooh. For Philo. wait, Brian and Tim into the pits. What tyres will they be on? DJ. Casey will let Ruben through. I think Casey knows that's not. But I don't want to fight too much. Don't know wear your tyres out too much either. Vaslincock, his tyres are really thin of their life, but so far he's keeping up the pace of Ento, and maybe an undercut might get him ahead of Ento. Philo though has got some clean air ahead of him. Tim, he didn't lose too much time behind Tim. Brian also went pitted as well, so he didn't lose too much time. Ruben was the fastest lap so far, and Philo, you saw that purple for the sector. Tim, he was on the mediums, he's on to the softs now. And Brian as well, what's he on? He's gone on to the softs, and he started on the softs as well. No, he started on the mediums. Brian and Tim add them to the list. Fastest lap last time out, a 20.4. Getting quite quickly on online for it, so his tyres are really spent. The gap between Philo and Devil, 32 seconds. He's already found a good 3 seconds on him, and maybe Devil might want to spawn and come into the pits. Philo's got to take these softs a long way now, though. I mean, we saw last time Philo got pipped on the penultimate lap. So he didn't have the grip because he had to go a bit earlier. Now, if you can save his fuel a bit more, fuel management is a lot easier out here than the weather, which might also be a bit of an undoing for him. JD is setting purple sectors right now. Well, interesting, so he's also on some quite worn softs. As he pitted earlier, so he was involved in a first lap. Catastrophe. Bobby, he's not doing too bad for himself to say he was really struggling with damage and he was keeping up the pace, so he pitted a bit earlier as well. And this is just brilliant. Ruben. Is Ruben now going to sit behind DJ? Now DJ's got a decent pace. Ruben's on the mediums. Oh! DJ's round up, almost pushes Ruben off. DJ will hold it together, but Casey's now going to put DJ under pressure as they come towards the corkscrew. Is he going to look for a move? Takes a very awkward line. Casey's going to try and find his way around the outside. Is Casey going to be able to make it stick? DJ pushes Casey off the track though. DJ has a moment, almost collects Ruben, then he's almost collected Casey. Well, Ruben, that's going to be one of the easiest overtakes he'll ever have to make in his life. Ento a bit shaky in the background, and Vaslincock into pits, he will go. Caught me. I'm trying to go for a bit of an undercut here. His tyres not looking the best. And he's not really gaining at this point, so I think you've got to try. He lost a lot of time full tanking it yesterday, which he didn't need to do. He only needs to get about 70% fuel to last a stint of 20 minutes. And what will he do? He full tanks it, but he's on to mediums. He'll come out behind Philo. But he would have actually jumped Philo potentially. No, Bobby. There's JD, so he's going to have a bit of traffic, but nonetheless he's doing both sets of tyres. And him and JD then racing on exit. Devil, past the 20-minute mark. Is this now where we're going to see him into pits now? He's going to go a bit longer. If he feels comfortable, he may as well. He's got Ruben on mediums beating down on him, which may be a sign that he probably should pit. There is Casey, and then Ento will follow through as well. Casey trying to get an undercut onto DJ. Ruben, purple first sector, last lap. Devil was a second, 1.1 seconds slower than Ruben. Ento's out on mediums, Casey out on mediums. Ento's taking less fuel and actually jumped Casey in the pits. So is Ento going to do a bit of fuel saving as well this stint? We've already used both sets of tyres, but Ento taking a lot less fuel than Casey and has actually got the jump on him. Now will this work though? Will he have to do a bit of fuel saving? Will he even maybe run out of fuel? But Devil definitely should have pitted last lap. And he goes again. What's Devil doing? Ruben's already getting his medium stint over and done with, whilst Devil's going to keep going and try and take this as long as possible. On the highest tire deck track, this is probably the best chance he'll ever get of winning against Ruben, and he's potentially going to throw it. I mean, I don't know what strategy he's doing, but last lap, 1.2 seconds, Ruben gained. DJ's went into the pits, but Ruben's gaining over a second a lap, so maybe it's time the Devil comes into pits and maybe nullifies that gap a bit, but he chooses not to. Ruben's fuel, he can go a fair bit. DJ into the pits and he'll come out behind Casey. So Casey did get the undercut onto him. Online Kreutzer was also into pits. He will come out down as I think it's shocking. I just thought this might be something he could do. But Online Kreutzer, great put. Near enough getting close to Tim. And we've got 11 people have used both sets of tyres, and finally into the pits lane comes Devil. Ruben into the lead. Philo has a big jump onto Devil then with that early pit stop. He's actually getting 12 seconds on him, so Devil's done a bit. So Philo's had a big jump onto Devil. As for Philo also, 21 seconds is the gap between himself and Ruben. Ruben and Devil will be coming out. It is the connection issues being quite appalling right now with the Gran Turismo server. So far, Philo's going on Ruben as well, who's on some quite worn tyres and into the pits. Well, no, Ruben will stay out. So is Ruben seriously trying a one-stop here? I mean, a challenge is a challenge, but This might allow Devil to jump head on the mediums. Ento if he can find some time as well, but so far he's running decent pace. Casey's down in 5th, and when Ruben pits him out, Mike Davis way, he was looking like he could challenge for a podium. Vaslinkoff potentially challenging for his 2nd. Oh, that's damage on Vaslinkoff's car. Now, where would he have picked that up? Well, that is interesting then. So Vaslinkoff's picked himself up some damage, and that might cost him a potential... Oh, Vaslinkoff is round! Vaslinkoff has spun it! For lack of grip at the rear at the final turn, Vaslinkoff's round. I was just saying he was in a chance for a good points-paying position. He had a good performance last time. He had a decent quality, a really good start. He was looking like he might be challenging for more points, and he just... That reminds me of Heavyhead at Bathurst at Season 1. Devil again experiencing some lag, and he's taken an adventure as well. Ruben, 20 seconds gap between himself and Philo. Ruben yet to pit, and I think he's almost definitely trying to one-stop this now. Philo is in 2nd, half second slower on penalty. We've not seen many penalties actually so far today. As we approach the halfway stage, Ento's in 4th, he's done some good games. Well, what looked at the start to be maybe a potentially exciting podium. It's now going back to the same old, same old. Ruben out of the front though. That's the first challenge for the driver from Panama. He's enjoying it. Bobby, now he's got that damage off. Maybe he could potentially switch up his strategy ideas a bit. And himself and Bobby, maybe they can go out on something here. Bobby, he picked up damage. It'd be interesting to see what Bobby would be. He's got some brilliant pace. And where he would potentially be if he didn't get caught up in that lap before accident. Same with JD with some brilliant pace, and Dino. They're all brilliant drivers. Tim as well. Everyone caught up in that incident. Could have probably done something a bit more. Ruben's experiencing connection issue. I think it may be me. And whilst we've actually got a bit of a break, let's try this, shall we? Anyway. Ruben, Philo, Devil. The top 3. JD's coming up to lap... Oh, sorry, Devil's coming up to lap Philo's teammate, JD, which could maybe cause some interesting things to go down. Casey, he's got Ento just up at his in slipstream range of him. Who's got the more fuel? Will maybe have to spend a little less time into the pits as Bobby's trying to find a move down onto DJ for 6th. Can't quite get it done at turn number 2 up towards turn number 3. Not really a place to overtake. Turn number 4, I want to say so either. The race definitely calming down, and Ruben's red lighted. Ruben's fuel saving on worn mediums, and he's still setting 21 ones. This is why Ruben didn't do quali then. But he's bitterly low on fuel, and he's a master at fuel saving, but Ruben's doing everything he can to make himself look ridiculous here. And I just have a feeling, just a little feeling, that Ruben may only take 50% fuel when he pits. I have a slight hunch that he's gonna take somewhere around 50% fuel. Ruben is not gonna full tank this. No way. He's not gonna one stop. I don't know why. Ruben's not an idiot. He knows even with Ruben's tyre saving skills, those softs will not be sufficient enough to take him 28 minutes. I know that, Ruben knows that. If he pulls it off, he's a madman. If he tries to, he's a madman. But I am a genius. I don't do if buts and maybes. Ruben, he's staying. Oh, he's trying to bait me, is he? 3% fuel into pit lane comes the race leader, and this man, I'm telling you now, is going to take about 50% fuel. Enough to take him maybe 10 minutes. Between 15 and 10 minutes, I can almost guarantee you that Philo's coming around the penultimate turn, and he will be into the pits. No, I'm an idiot. I'm waffling at this point. Philo will be pitting a bit sooner though, as he did pit quite early. But so far, his management of these softs has been quite impeccable. To say these have gone already over what the 50 minutes we would normally say is where they would last. Devil's come around the final turn. Ruben's fuel, is he going to full tank it? If Ruben full tanks it, I'm going to look like an idiot. He doesn't quite full tank it, but he's going to the end. Now, Ruben may also have some traffic as well in the battle for third here, as JD's going to come out. Is he going to let him through straight away, though? That's the question. No, so Ruben's going to lose a tiny bit of time. It's not going to be much. There will be JD getting out of the way for Ruben quite nicely. Enough for Honk. Take notes, mate. That's how you do it. Ento's teammates not far behind, and Ento's seemingly ditching Casey a tiny bit now as they come up towards turn number 5. 24 laps so far. You do get a lot of laps in this race, and it's quite a nice race. The lap's only just started. The lap's over as it starts near enough. That's how short it is. But Philo, 17 seconds is his lead then. It's a lot bigger than Wyatt at the Red Bull Ring. But he will be in soon, and Ruben, if he is one stopping this, Philo's going to have to up his pace a bit more to try and close down that gap. But Ruben, he's a man of mystery. He can do many things here. I don't quite know what he might be planning, but you know he's planning something. It's Ruben. Potential fastest lap though coming up this lap maybe. Now he's got his tyres up to temperature. And his first out lap, on his first flying lap. Expect him to light up the time. Is this going to be an insight as well into what we could have been seeing? First sector, he's actually behind, but there's not much to the first sector. We need to be paying attention to the middle sector. But Ruben, 18 seconds back, he's gaining on Philo, so Philo on worn softs at some point. We'll have to think about a pit stop. His fuel's fairly low. He's not got much left, so he's gonna have to time it right near enough. But he doesn't want to go too soon, but he doesn't want to go... If he goes too soon to try and nullify the gap that Ruben makes, and Ruben's still not improving to what he set on the mediums, that shows how good he was. That pace on the mediums was insane, and he may go on to another set of mediums, in all honesty. But him and Devil, I know Devil's not going to make it easy for him to pass. Devil never does, but Philo, current fastest lap, you got pole, up towards Livo. Ruben, there we go, personal best, gains near enough 10th in the final sector. That's where the softer rubber, it's quicker out the slower speed corners. You'll have a lot more grip. You can just carry a you can carry more speed through it. But Ruben, within slipstream range of Devil. Now, this might be the hardest overtake that Ruben's had to do. I've not really seen Devil and Ruben go fully at it yet. As Ruben may also sit behind Devil, we may start doing a bit of fuel saving to try and gain more time back. He may just go for the move. Ruben's got a lot fresher tyres as well. But we haven't really seen them properly dog it out. As it's a chess match with these two. And it's a chess match which Ruben is a grand master at. Little young Devil's got a lot to learn in the way of easy chess matches here against Ruben, but one day he will best him. Right now, Philo put the front though, his softs are really spent. I'm just trying to gain as much time as he can in Casey. This is what we saw Casey do at the Red Bull Ring. And this really gained him a huge chunk of... Casey did this at the Red Bull Ring, and it worked. It worked until it didn't, where it got to the point where he basically ran out of fuel and had to go into stupid fuel saving mode. He still scraped some points, but he wasn't... At one point, he's not good enough, I must say. Say he was riding in 4th, he was fighting for another podium, and he's hungry for another. As he pits a bit early, as he goes on to the soft, so warning mediums compared to fresh softs. I think Casey will get a B jump onto Ento, and this is maybe where he has to say check me. Casey will take a lot more fuel though, which is where Ento then may get the advantage. Casey will come up behind Tim, and I don't think Tim will give him much of a battle. And that's Dino getting a nice pull from Philo. There's that gap between himself and Devil. 17 seconds. Devil and Ruben gonna go out, and Philo will be in this lap. Everyone has used both sets of tyres needed, or has used 2 compounds. There was a moment down at the final turn where they tried looking for a move, it seems, but then they bailed out of it. Ruben didn't think much of it, he waited, and he can wait. Like I said, Ruben may just go for it and wait. Devil. Now, does Devil maybe try and pit next time round when it goes on to 20 minutes? Because Devil tried going a bit longer. He tries to burn his fuel out, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. Ruben right now is showing immaculate pace. Don't let Ruben lead you for too long. Well, don't lead Ruben for too long, because this, at the end of the day, is benefiting Ruben. But if Devil just lets him through, Ruben will then pull away. So ideally, Devil needs to just pit as soon as possible, and make sure Ruben doesn't cause any problems. Philo into the pits then. He's managed his fuel a lot better than he did at the Red Bull Ring. Bobby also into the pits. Broken race from him so far. Say was one of the people caught up in that lap 1 of the start incident. Dino, however, into the pits. He's less fortunate, quite a way down. Out comes Philo in 5th. Philo, DJ, where's DJ? Yes, so Philo is out in 5th. Brian into the pits as well. Where will Bobby come out? Bobby getting fuel in his car. He's on the mediums. Ruben and Devil though up at the front. We've not seen this for a while. And surely Devil must know that Ruben's trying to one-stop this, but is Ruben going to try and go for the move into the corkscrew? He's going to try and take the decisive move down towards the corkscrew, and he just makes it look easy. Devil then, he should respond now and pit. Philo, he's got 20 seconds to make up in 20 minutes. He's got to find near enough a second and a bit of lap on Ruben. Ruben's got 10-minute older tyres, but he's also got a fuel save. Despite that, he's still saying 21.8. So Philo has to put in consistent. He's got to put in consistent low 20s. I've not seen many accidents either today. We've literally had the start accident and nothing else. There's a purple first sector for Ruben. As Devil, his foolishness with the strategy to not respond is costing him big time. Ruben gets past you. Ruben's evidently a lot quicker than you. So what do? is stay out, and this is what we saw. This is the sort of thing we see from Div 3. Just run the fuel out. Do not just run your fuel out. Especially, it's not the fuel that's the... Fuel isn't the thing that will really ruin your race here. It's your tyres. You need to run your tyres out, not your fuel. And yes, his tyres might be fine, but are they fine enough to keep up with Ruben? No. Well, it doesn't have enough fuel to go to the end? No. So just pit. The longer he stays out... Right. The longer he stays out, the less time he'll have to gain on Ruben. There is Ento into the pits. But the longer Devil will stay out, is less time he will have to gain Ruben on fresh tyres. Devil's on worn mediums, Ruben's on softs. Right? Ruben's on younger softs, Devil's on older mediums. Devil probably should realise that that is in Ruben's favour, so Ruben will pull away. So maybe, just maybe, Devil should pit. Because the more time he spends out, the more time he's on older tyres, which are also a slower compound, which means the more time Ruben will pull away. As there's a bit of a mistake there as he goes wide at turn 5. And he's lost a good 4 minutes come the end of the lap to gain on Ruben, which is a big time. Online Kreutzer, he comes out in 7th. DJ is very close to running out of fuel here this lap, as Philo's going to have a move, and it's going to be very easy for him. And DJ, who was running in a decent position, now running costly, very low on fuel. That fuel light is very low, but it's a short lap here. He should be fine to the end, but Casey, 27 seconds is a gap between Casey and DJ. Devil into the pits, he comes then. Philo, he's gained time, but not enough time. Is it too little too late? Well, there's still 17 minutes on the clock. There's DJ into the pits. Philo will come out in 2nd, and how much time? This lap then. Philo. Lap time from him. That was a 20.7 compared to Ruben's 20.5. So Ruben is still, whilst fuel saving, setting a faster lap time than Philo. Casey, where will he come out? Casey won't get the jump onto Devil, but DJ, fuel zone just started going onto that car. Fuel management for Casey's going to have to be crucial here. He underfueled the car last time, and he did go early. But right now he's running safely in 3rd. Ento behind those going to have something to say. DJ, he's falling right down the order as he's coming out. Where will he come out? He comes out in 6th. Vasilinkov and Brian are going at it. There's Ruben coming up to lap him as well. And Brian's recently pitted. Vasilinkov, I don't know when he pitted. He pitted, Vasilinkov went early. So Vasilinkov trying to get some points here. There's a nice battle between Vasilinkov and Brian. Really don't like each other, so this battle may go a long way here, and I can almost guarantee a protest will come out of this. Vasilinkov did leave Brian a bit of space there on turn 4, so if he did want to lunge for it, now we'll cover that inside line though. Brian tried to find a switchback. That's just for game lagging there, and that is... I do apologise for the connection issues of this race. I don't quite know why they're happening. And Vasilinkov is now dropped down to 9th. They was 7th and 8th, and now they're dropping down, and I don't know why. Philo's lost time to Ruben last lap, who set a 19.5. Ruben set a 19.5 whilst fuel saving. He's now got to the point where he's got enough fuel where he can now go flat out to the end, and that's what Ruben's doing, and it's a brilliant strategy, I must say. So far, he's looking like he can pull off a one-stop, and if he does it, he's quite insane, but... here's something I really do want to quickly check out. Now, I can't find a lap record Laguna Seca GR3. I can't quite find the world record, but all I know is it's the second fastest time I can find. I've seen an 18.9, but everything else we've seen I've got 19.9s, 19.6s, and then Ruben set a 19.5. That was Vassal and Koch definitely off. And what happened here then with Vassal? Coming up towards turn number 5. Oh, we're about to have the first effort. Turn 6, I think we are. What happens here? There's the curb. There's the gravel trap. And that is you losing out a fair amount of time there, Vassal. 17 seconds is just under 18 seconds is the gap between Ruben and Philo with 13 minutes to go. Ruben may have just pulled off a miracle, and just keep in mind, Ruben started 13th. He started last. This is how amazing that this man is. He's insane. Ruben is insane. Last to first, setting 19.5s whilst fuel saving and tyre saving, and a one stop at Laguna Seca. He baffles me. He baffles me, this man. Devil knocks... Casey's actually running 4th, so yeah. Something happened where someone disappeared on my screen for a bit, and everyone got moved up a place. Casey's actually 4th then. Devil's 3rd, so... next season will be interesting, I must say. Casey running in 4th right now. If Devil decides to make a mistake, Casey will be there to collect up the scraps. He's also bridging a gap to Ento as well. And Bobby's running 6th despite having a big crash. Brian's running in 8th despite not having the best of quality. Oh! Brian just about catches a huge snap of oversteer on the exit of the final turn. Vassal and Koch, he went off at turn 6. The only victim to turn 6. And then the people that were involved at the start crash, Tim and Dino, and then JD, online Chrysler, just down in 11th on his own accord. So this race has now calmed down a fair bit with 11.5 minutes to go. But Brian getting very wide at turn number 3 ahead of Ruben. And here's a nice aerial shot for you. Philo coming through turn number 3. Will we get an aerial shot of Philo? I don't think we will. There we go. Here's an aerial shot of Philo. Well, he's 2 pole positions. That is no mean feat here, I must say. And it's an extra 2 points, so we'll be taking 14 points. And oh, getting onto the curve, just about holds on to it. But I don't know. Let's have a look. Looking at the standings then, actually, let's see where Philo is, because Philo's by no means done a full season. Remember Santos, he backed out, so became the full-time driver, replacing Santos, and Philo's actually 4th in the standings, and races like this will help him close down the gap to himself and Ento. JD is 5th in race like that will help him. Bobby will be gaining massive amounts. Dino and JD not scoring, but Bobby will be gaining massively. Santos, despite missing off seasons, currently in 9th, and it just shows the caliber of these drivers now. People do hard seasons and still are up there. It's almost certain, unless Ruben makes a mistake now, that he will win as Philo. Well, I'm not saying Philo doesn't have the pace to catch Ruben. A 20.4 is blistering, but Ruben, a 19.5 fastest lap. It's just a bit insane. Just a bit, this man is. Philo, he's running in 2nd, Devil 3rd, Casey He's in 4th, and Casey will just want to hold on to this 4th. It's valuable points which he needs. He'll be getting 8 points for this. Ento, Bobby's on the back of him as well, so Bobby might be gaining. Bobby can hold off Ento. If Bobby can put Ento under pressure, that will allow Casey to have a bit of a breather. Up towards the corkscrew. Is Bobby going to look for a move? Not quite, but if Bobby keeps pressuring Ento, that will give Casey some breathing space, and it will also, if Bobby can get a spot onto Ento, well, Casey will be able to get some solid points here, and Ento, if he finishes 6th, he'll be getting 4 points, which will help Philo massively close down the gap. He'll be gaining 10 points from him. Right now, he'll be gaining 8. The homage to the hungry caterpillar author. Well, let's have a look. JD, I know JD's got it on. It was actually JD's idea. And with JD and Philo being teammates, here we go. You can just about see the hungry caterpillar. There we go. On JD's car, there's the hungry caterpillar. I think Casey will have it on as well. Casey had it on yesterday. I don't know if he has it on today. He's got a special camo livery on. An RAF livery, I believe that is. So a wonderful helmet that Casey's actually got on there as well. Anyway, Ruben, 19 seconds as the lead, coming into the final 7 minutes. Philo, he's currently 2nd. Again, so it'll be Philo's 3rd 2nd place. Nürburgring, Austria, and now here. Already making a name for himself. That's Vaslinkock and Brian going at it. I think that was. No, where's Vaslinkock? No, it's Vaslinkock and Tim. Vaslinkock will want revenge from what happened, what Tim did to him yesterday, where he pipped him literally on the line up towards the corkscrew. There was a bit of a mistake at turn 6 for Vaslinkock, but Tim won't be close enough to go for a move. 6.5 minutes to go then. Casey and Ento. Ento's in slipstream range, and the battle for 4th, coming to the final 5 minutes, may just get a bit spicy here. It may just indeed. Bobby though, 3 attempts. Bobby's right onto the back of Ento. Maybe Bobby's just waiting to pounce a little later. Who's got more fuel out of these two? Bobby has better tyres. Casey's tyres are actually really spent, so Casey maybe Bobby knew this. Maybe Bobby knew that Casey's tyres weren't the best, and is just not gonna pressure Ento too much. Gonna let Ento go, and then we will see. Because Ento now closing right to the back of Casey. 8 attempts. We're just under now. As this is the tyre advantage, where Casey went earlier. 6th for him will be quite good. So he's not scored. He didn't score points until that Spa round in the wet. It's been a tough season for Casey, I must say, but eventually getting a podium. Been good to him, but now Ento's closed right onto the back of Casey and expect the move. Maybe up at the corkscrew, might fancy himself one. That's Casey getting onto the curb at turn number 6, making a bit of a mistake. And now Ento right onto the back. He's going to go for a late move. He eyes up the move down towards the corkscrew. Is he going to be close enough to think about it? They are. He's very close. Casey's getting very twitchy now. Bobby trying to get himself up into this battle as well. As they come down towards turn number 9. It's not an overtaking spot there. It's a very tricky corner. Up towards turn number 10. Ento peeked out. He thought about it. A good exit here, though, might do something for him. But he's not got to worry about Bobby, who's there. Casey defends that inside line. Ento tries to find a gap, but Casey's parked on exit. And whilst these guys are going aggressive and defensive, Bobby's just in the background and maybe down in towards turn number 2. Bobby might fancy himself 2-in-1. Casey covers that inside line. Ento's going to try and find his way around the outside. Casey blocks off Bobby. Casey holds this inside line through turn number 2. He holds on nicely. And Bobby's just going to try and follow Casey. Ento trying it down at turn number 3. Inside line and a much better grip. He's going to pull it off and it's going to be quite simple, quite standard. Casey can't really hold on. It's not going to have much fight. But Bobby now needs to dispatch Casey quickly. He needs to get past him and get rid of him quickly. But Casey tucked into the slipstream. Tyre wear doesn't affect his slipstream, but Casey moves across late onto Bobby. Bobby will give Casey a bit of a push, and Ento goes a bit deep into turn number 5. But I don't think Bobby was expecting Casey to do that sort of move up towards turn number 6. Bobby, Casey. Oh, excuse me, that's Bobby going off. Bobby's off and Bobby brushes the barrier. I've done a lot of waffling there. There's the contact you see at turn number 5 up towards turn number 6. Then Bobby gets caught out here. Casey defends the inside line. Bobby around the Ento tried to hold around the outside. Casey, there's a bit of contact, I think, through no fault of Casey's own. Casey just happened to be there. Bobby just happened to have a bit more speed, and Bobby just off into the barrier. Casey's still within slipstream range of Ento, but Ento now pulling away, and it will be a comfortable 4th for Ento, I think, at the end of this race, with about 2-3 laps to go for them. Ruben will come around the final turn now to start his penultimate lap, as he is pulling away from Philo. 10 minutes older the tyres are, and Ruben's doing this. Ruben is absolutely insane. That man is insane. Philo, he will have 2 laps to go and he has red lighted it. Now this isn't the best of things here for Philo. He's got a 20-second gap, so he can afford to lose 10 seconds a lap to Devil, so he can be a bit more conservative on fuel, which he really should do. He doesn't have to panic too much. Ruben's coming through the corkscrew. Devil's not too far from running out of fuel either. Ruben as well, he red lights it, but he will be safe till the end. Ento, Casey's decent on fuel. This will be their final lap of the race. Ento and Casey, or from Ento backwards. There's Bobby under pressure there by DJ, as the damage that Bobby has, DJ's got the pace and it's just too easy for him, and he can't really put up much of a fight. Tim's got himself into the points, and Tim, best of the best, he's going to be the highest finisher out of everyone that was caught up in that first lap catastrophe. Brian wasn't caught up in that first lap mess, and he still can't score points. Welcome to BNR. Vaseline Cock, he's picked up some damage, and Dino as well. Dino, Vaseline Cock and Brian. Dino's going to send up the inside, and both Vaseline Cock and Brian looking like they're going to be beaten by people that are struggling up towards the line. Then they'll start their final lap. Vaseline Cock takes a really awkward line, and with the damage of Vaseline Cock's got, he's just unable to keep up with anything. Online Croyster's 12th and JD's in 3rd. But anyway, up towards the line, Ento will get another lap in it, but Casey will come home to take 5th. Another solid result then. His 2nd best result of the season. He'll be taking home 6 points. DJ will take home 7 points. Bobby, there's JD coming up towards the line. Bobby, he'll take 7th, but Ruben will win at Laguna Seca, still undefeated, last to first. He is your Div 1 champion. Round of applause, SVV Ruben. That's how you celebrate the championship, last to first. What a drive. You are insane, my friend. Philo, he will come round the final turn. He'll take 2nd, his 3rd second place of the season. And you just have to wonder what he would have done in the championship if he started a bit sooner. Devil, he will take 3rd. The championship's done. He can't really. Every point matters now. He will be Ento. He will extend the gap to the man in 3rd place. Philo will close the gap down to both of them. And going into the final round, we'll have a close battle for 2nd here. Devil will take 3rd, and Ento will be the last to cross the line in 4th. As he's at a bit of a joy cruise lap, I guess. Around the final turn, up towards the line, then Ento will finish in 4th. There we go, confirmation Ruben, last to 1st challenge. And one of a lap that almost resembles his Maggiore lap. 12 places gained. This man is ridiculously insane. It's not that everyone's bad, it's not that everyone's slow. This man is on another level. SVV Ruben, your Season 2 Division 1 champion, and he celebrates with the last 1st challenge, beating Philo by 24 seconds. It's a brilliant one-stop strategy as well by one of the tracks which you really can't one-stop. Brian, that's how you do a one-stop. Congratulations, Ruben. Philo will take his 3rd podium of the season. Devil will come home in 3rd. Ento, Casey, DJ, all of the brilliant result. Bobby dropped down to 7th from the last couple of laps. Tim, despite being caught up in that 1st lap mishap, he will come home to get 1 point for Can-Am. Brian, Dino, Vaseline Cock, Online Cracer, and JD will be the rest of the finishers. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been in, and join me next week for the penultimate round of the Division 3 Championship from Interlagos. We've got 2 next week then. 2 penultimate rounds, 1 final round. Div 3, the championships going down to the wire. Join me next week, 8 PM British Summer Time. I'll see you then. I've been in, and thank you all for watching.